coming up here this afternoon on Match of the Day, we do have this big matchup here for the quarterfinals of the Emirates FA Cup, as we'll have Liverpool versus Manchester City, as the winner will go to Wembley next month. Hello everyone and welcome to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup, as I am Gary Lineker and I am here with the one and only pundit beside me, Alan Shearer. As kicking things off, we will have a big game here for this afternoon, as we'll be live at Anfield between Liverpool and Manchester City. And let's head to that game right now, by the way, as the two teams are ready for kickoff right now to find out who out of these two sides will head to Wembley by the end of this game here for this afternoon. And we are here live for the Emirates FA Cup quarterfinals, as we are here in the last 8 of this competition, as we are here in Anfield here this afternoon, and Liverpool will be playing Man City, and the winner of this matchup will go to Wembley for the semi-finals of the Emirates FA Cup here this afternoon. And Liverpool's form so far in all competitions at Anfield not been great so far. You know, losing to Chelsea 4-3, losing to Newcastle 5-1, losing to Man United, losing to Arsenal here at Anfield. And they are dropping down the table also in the Premier League also. But could maybe the FA Cup might help them here this afternoon to forget about their league form and worry about beating Man City to put themselves at Wembley for next month for the semi-finals of the Emirates FA Cup. But as for Man City, however, they've been so, they say, consistent they've been a little bit in terms of their form in the Premier League. They did lose their last Premier League game to Brentford by 2-1, but apart from that, they've been having some real consistent victories under their belts, and they are up to second place, only 6 points behind from Manchester United in second place in the Premier League. But as of, obviously, for them next, for Man City, they will play at home at the Etihad Stadium for next weekend in the Premier League against Everton, and also be playing on Wednesday in their second leg game against Bayern Munich in the UEFA Champions League for next week. As we know that Man City a few days ago actually drew 0-0 at home against Bayern Munich at the Etihad Stadium, and the second leg of the Champions League they will travel to Germany in Wednesday's match against Bayern Munich in a couple of days from now. So here we go, and let's get it underway right now between Liverpool and Man City, and let's get the game underway right now for this coverage here. Now Rafael Leao really pushing through. Now here's Kyle Walker. Now Messi. Now Messi now. Now Benzema has a shot. Goal! Didn't take long at all, didn't it? As Karim Benzema puts that ball right in that bottom corner. And now Man City are leading the game by 1-0 in the matchup. A great goal there from the French striker Karim Benzema. And unfortunately Alisson could not save that. And now it's 1-0 to Manchester City in the game. Here we go. 1-0 in the matchup here. Now Phil Foden. And now Rodri. Lionel Messi. Phil Foden now through here. Could be another goal here to make it 2. And the goalkeeper right there of Alisson. Now Sabitzer now the ball here for Liverpool. Now to Darwin Núñez. And now Núñez here. Laporte. And now Joe Bellingham now. Now Chuese. Now Karim Benzema. Really on the attack here now for City. Has a shot but saved right there. And it could have been 2-0 Man City in the game. And I've got to say Liverpool are behind here at Anfield, and things are not looking good for Liverpool recently in the league and also in the FA Cup. And another goal scored here for City. A bit of teamwork right there for all the Man City players. And now Jude Bellingham got himself on the score sheet here at Anfield. It has not taken long for Liverpool to be behind here by 2-0. And they are definitely heading out now of the Emirates FA Cup as we speak. And great teamwork, I've got to say. 2 early goals from Manchester City in the game within 20 minutes of the matchup. and it's 2-0 away from home for City in this match, and all the City fans will be very, very happy to see that Liverpool are the ones are behind, as City could go to Wembley as we speak by the end of this game. Now it's Chuese lost the ball now back to McAllister. Now is a back to Man City again here. Might be 3 goals here maybe. Benzema's through. This be a chance here maybe for a goal for City here. And Liverpool been so sleepy they've been within the first half an hour of the game. And they've conceded 2 goals at home as well. Not like Liverpool realistically. And now another goal here for Phil Foden potentially, but saved there from Alisson. They're in big trouble now, Liverpool. And Liverpool did that against Newcastle in the Premier League. They lost 5-1 at Anfield, they did. And the exact same patterns happening again here for Liverpool. And there's nothing like Liverpool, the form they're in at the moment in the Premier League. You know, losing to Newcastle 5-1, losing 3-2 to United and Arsenal, and losing 4-3 to Chelsea in their last Premier League home game. And they did lose that game, obviously, by 4 goals to 3, and also lost from last weekend at the Emirates by 5 goals to 2 to Arsenal. So they're in a little bit of real poor form, but now Messi now on the attack here now for City. Could be a goal here for Man City here. Pass down to Chuese. And now McAllister won the ball back now to Sabitzer. Now Sabitzer now pass it to Rafinha. And now all the way here now to Phil Foden. Now Chuese. And now out now for a throw. All the way down now to Chuese. Now Guardiola. Not long left until half time, and Man City really bossing the game here at Anfield. Could be 3-0, it could be here. And the referee pointed the spot for a penalty. And things are going bad to worse here for Liverpool in the first half here of the game. And Andy Robinson's been booked by a yellow in the match. Yellow card for Andy Robertson for Liverpool. So it will be a penalty, by the way, here in the game for Man City in the matchup. And Klopp right there looks frustrated, he does. Looks absolutely frustrated. And now Benzema will take this penalty here to make it 3 in the game. Benzema versus Alisson. And a goal right there, right in that bottom corner. And Karim Benzema has made it 3 goals to 0 here at Anfield here this afternoon. Brilliant touch. Brilliant goal. And I've got to say, right in that bottom corner as well was absolutely fantastic it was there for Benzema. And very good goal. Very decent as well. And I've got to say that Liverpool have been absolutely poor, they've been. And they are heading out of the FA Cup for sure. I don't think Liverpool get anywhere back into this game, because they're 3 goals behind in this matchup. And the whistle here blows for the end of the first half of the game here of the Emirates FA Cup, as Manchester City are bossing the game here at Anfield, and Liverpool are in real poor form there at the moment, as it ends at half time. Liverpool 0, Manchester City 3 in the quarter-finals of the Emirates FA Cup. I'm going to kick things off here for the second half, and here we go. And Man City obviously leading the game by 3 goals to 0, but Messi now on the attack, going one player to the other player. Now the other player now, 1v1 for the keeper, and a goal for Man City. And Man City, straight from the second half, scores the 4th goal in the matchup. And you have to put Messi on the scoreline in this matchup, because City have been absolutely fantastic. And the missing goal scorer also in the game was Lionel Messi. Has not scored a goal yet in the game, and he finally has. And now Man City are 4 goals in front here away from home, and they are definitely going to Wembley now. They are definitely going to Wembley. And Pep Guardiola right there looks absolutely delighted, he does, on the touchline. That City come here against probably their rivals, in fact, in the Premier League as well, Liverpool, and to get 4 goals here away from home is absolutely massive, because these two teams also playing in the Champions League still in the quarterfinal stages. We know Liverpool got to play Chelsea in the second leg on Wednesday, and it is 0-0 in aggregate, by the way. Oh, we won the ball back here now, Liverpool. Could be a goal back to make it 4-1, and they have. And a mistake right there from the defender right there. They gave the ball silly away there to Liverpool, and unfortunately Man City could not get a clean sheet out of this game in the match, unfortunately so. But at least they're probably likely now to go through, though, into the semi-finals of the Emirates FA Cup at Wembley. But I've got to say, Liverpool obviously have not been great recently, their form so far. And they did draw 0-0 against Chelsea in the Champions League on Wednesday. They've got to play them again at Anfield again here at Wednesday. And I hope that Liverpool don't do the exact same thing and lose to Chelsea again, like they did against Chelsea a few weeks back. And also what they're doing right now to Man City, getting battered at home. Hopefully it might be a different ball game for Jurgen Klopp's team, hopefully, on Wednesday to try and get back in good form. And now Benzema now Chuese, and Chuese almost scored. But that's gone wide. But as for Man City, also it's been very, very tough for them to not get any goals at home against Bayern Munich at the Etihad Stadium from Wednesday. They actually drew 0-0 at home, and I think away in Germany might be a lot harder maybe for Pep's team, but who knows? And we know Bayern Munich's a top team, but also Man City's a top team, and anything could happen in that game between those two sides at the Allianz Arena in Germany, in Munich on Wednesday. But now Liverpool got a chance to get back in the game here. Oh, good save the keeper, and now good block there from Man City there again. And now Chuese now holds it nice and tight. We've got half an hour left the game to go, by the way. And now here's Thiago on the attack here now for a goal potentially. So, and now is Leao, good block, and now it's cleared. He's kept on the pitch. He has to make it a chance for a goal in the box, but now here's Chuese now to Benzema. And now here's to McAllister now to Thiago. Now Thiago has a shot right in the keeper's hands right there of Ederson. And we do have, let's say, 13 minutes of the match-up so far. And now Phil Foden. And they're really pushing through here now, Foden now. It's Benzema. Benzema's through here. Nice to cut in play here for a goal potentially, and it's gone all the way there to the hands of Alisson. And now he boots it away from danger. And now here's to Kyle Walker. Now to Rodri. No, Rodri now to Foden. Now Foden now on the away for a goal potentially. Oh my god, they won it back. Clearance away slightly. Now here's Jude Bellingham. Now here's Chuese now to Rafinha. Now Rafinha now on the ball here now. Pass there to Thiago. Now to Nunez. Now Diaz. And now Rafael Leao. Could be a goal for Rafinha, and it's gone all the way to the keeper right there of Ederson. And it'll be any minute now. Whistle blow for full time as we speak. Now Messi's through, however, for City. Mateo on the ball back here for Liverpool. And it's all over. And Manchester City will go to Wembley for the semi-finals of the FA Cup of next month, as Liverpool have been absolutely poor so far at home recently in the last few games in all competitions. They do have to play Chelsea at home on Wednesday in their second leg game of the UEFA Champions League on Wednesday night. The same goes to City as well, as they've got to beat Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena on Wednesday to go through to the semi-finals of the UEFA Champions League. But it ends here right now this afternoon in the FA Cup, as it ends Liverpool 1, Man City 4 at full time. Another poor defeat for Liverpool at Anfield, and their home form has been absolutely embarrassing in the last few weeks, but a huge win for Manchester City. Never thought we'd see this happen here this afternoon, as it ended Liverpool 1, Man City 4, and now City are going to Wembley for the semi-finals of the FA Cup. And would Pep Allen for Man City have a huge chance on winning, possibly maybe, the treble by the end of this season? They might end up winning the Premier League title if they overtake Man United, as they're currently second in the league as we speak, and also the FA Cup, they might even win that, and also the UEFA Champions League if things go well in Wednesday's game in Munich. They have a huge chance to win the FA Cup, as City and also Arsenal or United have a massive sniff on winning the oldest competition in the world of football by the end of the season, but still a huge run of matches to play left of this season, and City have to be really resilient to win game after game after game if they've got any chance of winning all 3 trophies by the end of this season. I don't see why not for Man City to win the treble, but it all depends on the teams, what's ahead of Man City from now until the end of the season for them to do so by the end of this campaign. Thanks there, Alan, and let's now head to the game highlights for all the other 8 matches of the quarter-finals of the FA Cup, starting with Arsenal playing Coventry City. A brilliant start for Bukayo Saka for Arsenal, who cut the pass there to Gabriel Jesus to sweaty the ball into the back of the net as the Gunners of Arsenal take the lead, as they're leading this game here over Coventry by 1-0 at the Emirates Stadium. And then Arsenal carried on the play and scored another goal in the match-up here, as an unbelievable goal from Bukayo Saka again to make it 2-0 here to the Arsenal team. As I've got to say, great passing there from Jesus to Saka, and Saka took it all by himself, 1v1 to the keeper, and scored past the keeper, and now Arsenal lead the game here by 2-0. However, for Coventry City, the Swedish forward Victor Gyökeres scored against David Raya for Coventry City to get a goal back in the match-up here, and time is on here for Coventry to make a comeback in the game here over Arsenal, and maybe a chance for Coventry to do so by the end of this match-up. And things got bad to worse for Arsenal in the match-up, as Arsenal went down to 10 men as Gabriel took out one of the Coventry City players. And Coventry have got a massive chance for a comeback here, as now Arsenal are down to 10 men, and very vulnerable now Arsenal at the back here, since Coventry got themselves a free kick. But however, Coventry lost the game however to Arsenal at the end of the match-up, as Gabriel Martinelli scored past the goalkeeper of Coventry to make sure that Arsenal qualifies in the semi-finals of the FA Cup for next month, as it ends here right now this afternoon, as Arsenal 3, Coventry City 1, and Arsenal are through to the semis. And Manchester United got themselves in the lead within the first 8 minutes in the game, as Bruno Fernandes scored the opener against Jose Sá, as a great pass there from his fellow Portuguese teammate Cristiano Ronaldo to give the captain opportunities right there to score 1v1 to Sá. And now United are in the lead here at Old Trafford here this afternoon. And then United again got themselves another goal in the match-up. Bruno Fernandes scores his second goal in the game, right in that bottom corner, like the first goal. And I've got to say, United have been dominant so far in this match-up here, and Wolves seem very vulnerable so far in this match-up here at Old Trafford, as United have been so dominant so far in the first half of the game. And then, however, again, another goal was scored within 26 minutes in the match-up. Another pass here, all the way from Ronaldo, all the way to Casemiro to put that ball past Jose Sá to make it 3-0 in the match-up. And a brilliant hit right there from Casemiro, right in that top corner. And a great teamwork there from Ronaldo to create the assists for Fernandes and also for Casemiro here this afternoon. And great attack here for Wolverhampton Wanderers to make it 3-1 in the game, as Chana shoots, saved right there for goalkeeper Navas, but unfortunately the ball did roll over the line from that save from Navas into the back of the net, and that's a consolation goal right here for Wolverhampton Wanderers in the match-up here for this afternoon. And then again, another goal was scored here, but this time around it was Manchester United, as Cristiano Ronaldo found a great chance there to score the 4th goal in the match-up here. And finally, Ronaldo's on the score sheet here at Old Trafford, and now it's 4-1 to Manchester United so far in the quarter-finals of the FA Cup. And Cristiano Ronaldo has done it again and scored against his fellow teammate for Portugal, the Wolves goalkeeper Jose Sá, as again another finish from Ronaldo right in that top corner. And Man United do guarantee a qualification now to Wembley Stadium for next month, as Man United are on their way to Wembley as it ends Man United 5, Wolves 1 at full time here this afternoon. It took finally until the end of the game, within the 82nd minute, for a Championship side of Nottingham Forest taking the lead here against Premier League side Brighton Hove Albion, as it took Sangre until the 82nd minute of the game to put Forest in the lead. And Nottingham Forest are 1 goal up here, and it might be over here at the Amex Stadium for Forest to go to Wembley. But unfortunately that was not the case, as Danny Welbeck scored a late goal in the 90th minute of the matchup to make it 1-1. And huge drama between Brighton and also Nottingham Forest in this matchup here in the late stages of the game, and the matchup went to penalties. And then a goal right there from João Pedro to make it 1-0 to Brighton. And then Montreal right there makes it 1-1 for Nottingham Forest. And then straight after that, Danny Welbeck took the penalty here against the goalkeeper of Nottingham Forest. And he placed that ball right in that top corner to make the Seagulls lead the game by 2-1. And now Nankante right there got the ball and scored in that middle of the goal. And also Grob got himself a goal for Brighton to make it 3-2 in the game. A lot of pressure now on these two sides. And now Taiwan Awangi took the penalty here for Forest, and he put that ball also in the middle of the goal. And then also here Brighton have a chance here to make it 4-3, and a save right there for the goalkeeper to stop that from going to the back of the net. And then Forest put themselves in the lead by a goal right there from Brennan Johnson. And then this goal right here has to happen for Matoma. If Matoma misses penalty for Brighton, then Nottingham Forest will go through to Wembley Stadium for the semi-final of the FA Cup. But Brighton scored to keep the penalty shootout alive in this game. And now the goal scorer for Forest, who scored that goal during the match-up here this afternoon, Sangre, could send Forest to Wembley Stadium, and he does. And Nottingham Forest are going to Wembley after winning this penalty shootout over Brighton, the Premier League side here this afternoon, as the league leaders of the Championship, Nottingham Forest, knocked out Brighton on penalties as it ends 5-4. The official results of the Emirates FA Cup quarter-finals: Liverpool 1, Manchester City 4, Liverpool 3, Coventry 1, Brighton 1, Nottingham Forest 1, but Nottingham Forest won 5-4 on penalties, and Manchester United 5, Wolves 1 at the end of the games here of the quarter-finals of the Emirates FA Cup. And these are the official games at Wembley Stadium for the semi-finals of the Emirates FA Cup on the 17th of May, as we have Manchester City will face Arsenal, as Championship side Nottingham Forest will take on the league leaders of the Premier League, Manchester United, in that tie at Wembley Stadium for next month. And coming up for the quarter-finals of the UEFA Champions League of the second leg will feature these two major games on Wednesday for the second leg, as Liverpool will host Chelsea at Anfield, while Bayern Munich will host Man City at the Allianz Arena, while Arsenal will travel away from home to take on Benfica in the second leg of the Champions League, and those games will be live premiered at 8 PM on Wednesday. But that's all we have time for here right now for this afternoon for the Emirates FA Cup. With myself here today, Gary Lineker, and also my fellow pundit aside me, Alan Shearer. And we'll see you guys on Tuesday for the UEFA Europa League action for the second leg between Manchester United and Spurs. But until then, here right now for this afternoon for the Emirates FA Cup, have a very good evening, everyone.